Hi everyone, Julia here recording this October 12th, 2022. We got the sun over here and the moon over here. Pretty much opposite of each other. Can't really zoom in on the sun. So yeah, we're here to shine our light. And we've totally lost touch with that notion. It's been programmed out of us. We've been programmed to believe that we're just helpless victims of circumstance, and we can just do our best to get through this and hope for the best when we die, that something's better on the other side. And yeah, there's so much more to do here than just try to get through this existence. And I know, and I'm sure, it's the programming. If we were living in small communities and tribes, and we were programmed to believe in ourselves, and we were taught how to use our so-called supernatural abilities, and we were embraced, and we were in tight-knit communities where if somebody was having issues, somebody else would notice it, even if the person having the issues didn't say anything, and the tribe would come together and make sure, everything's okay for everybody involved. And yeah, we just looked out for each other. We encouraged each other. We were told from an early age what our true potentials are. And from that point on, we're able to grow and develop and have a magical existence and assist nature and assist other beings, which are nature too, of course. But yeah, we really have to get to that point where we're just beacons of light, because that's how you change the world, if the world can be changed. And maybe the entire world can't be changed, but your little world can. And if you're sincere and authentic, and you really, really do your shadow work and don't just cite all the little memes that suggest that you've done your shadow work, because some people, they know what to say, but then when you really look at their behavior, you're like, well, that doesn't look like somebody who's done what they said they did. So the more you get authentic with yourself and honest with yourself, the more you will notice when other people aren't. It's a vibrational thing, I suppose, but you will notice it. And yeah, but anyone who's sincere and does their shadow work, their emotional healing work, same thing. And again, there's emotional healing playlist on this channel if you haven't looked into that before. And we all need emotional healing, because we all have negative judgments programmed into our subconscious and unconscious that prevent us from manifesting the life that our conscious mind wants. So back to, if you do your emotional healing work and you really get to that point where you don't feel like you have to go around telling other people, giving other people advice, or telling other people the truth of the world if they're like totally in the dark, heads in the sand kind of people. It's not our job to get that information out or to try to give them advice on how to make their lives better, other than being the example. And sure, you can say little things in the right times, and definitely not in heated arguments, in the right ways to kind of nudge people, and I think that's fine, and we all do that, hopefully. But yeah, if you're pushy with it, or if you're negative or derogatory, like if you think somebody eats too much and you call them a fat slob, that's not going to promote them to uh, change their ways, you know? And I doubt if anybody here is like that, but there might have been times in the past when you were. And that right there shows growth if you're no longer that kind of person. And personally, yeah, I've been that way. I wasn't quite that rude about things, but I would be rude when I thought somebody needed to change their behavior and just make derogatory comments about how they acted or how they did things. And guess what? They never made any changes. So if you do want to try to coax somebody into making some positive changes, then you need to present it in a positive, non-pushy, non-threatening, and definitely you don't want to put somebody down, way. So, yeah, but if we do our shadow work, and we just start shining and we start manifesting amazing realities, and people are just like, why are you always in a good mood? Why does everything always work out for you? Or, how do you always have time to help other people? Those kinds of things. You just set these examples, and there's nothing more powerful and nothing more influential than that example. So we got a decision here. Half the dogs want to go to the left, but we're going to go with Biggie because he's the oldest. He's the elder. Cosmo, you going to meet us on that side? Cosmo likes to loop around because he's a herding dog. He's his type. He's part Spanish Mastiff, and they're often sheep herding dogs. But yeah, we just need to shine, and people will see our light. They'll be drawn to it, and they'll observe. And if they're really wanting to make changes, they might even ask questions. But yeah, if we're really shining our light and we learn to use finesse when dealing with our loved ones, that changes the world big time. And if you change your little world and everybody changes their little world for the better, then it's just a lot more good stuff out there in the ether. And that's always a good thing, because there does seem to be some kind of balance happening. But yeah, I just hope that everybody gets to the point where they really shine their light. And I know some of us get in those dark places and it seems like it's going to get darker. But when you're in those dark places, just imagine that it's the darkness right before dawn and not the darkness of dusk. So, and we just have to pull through those dark moments and make some moves, as many as we can. And happy dogs. There's Tiger. She's not always with us. We had a lot of rain yesterday. But yeah, let's just all shine our light and be beacons out here in this dark world. And if we really want to help others, the best thing to do is improve our lives, and not in a selfish way, because as I'm always saying, always help others when you can. So thanks for listening. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And remember to always focus on what you want. And I will talk to you next time. Ciao, ciao.